Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Oh, there once was a hero named Rex, who came riding to his right from old Rory. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Get up there.
Look! Look!
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore. Sure. Yeah, that's me. Why? Who sent you? Now, hold on. That wasn't my fault. I didn't know they were going to attack anybody. I don't even know how I got here. It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. And that's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim. Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there. All right, you have a point. Taking you back to find out who sent them is the least I can do. Besides, maybe you can put a stop to whatever's going on over there. I owe them a bit of payback myself. Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions. Mirak, I'm not sure that I do. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Rederer. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions? I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it. I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think. I'm not sure what. I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock was my primary concern. This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here, and we've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down. Councillor Morvain is House Rederin's representative on Solstheim. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced. Raven Rock started out as an Imperial settlement. The Empire decided to abandon it, just as my people were first setting foot here. They left the town a shambles, and when House Redoran took over, we turned it around and it became ours. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're proud to call it home. Your ignorance of our homeland doesn't surprise me. It's the capital of Morrowind. Been that way ever since Mournhold was sacked by the Argonians. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors from there. Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. Attempted expansion, revenge for the enslavement of their people, or perhaps both. Whatever the case may be, thousands of Dunmen needlessly lost their lives. Many more were exiled from their homeland. Remember, we're watching you. Giollo, I was starting to wonder what happened to you.
We were delayed by bad weather. Before you even ask, yes, I have the supplies you requested. But
what?
this load cost me double what we'd agreed on. Nothing I can do about it.
Damn it, Jolland, you know we don't have that much time.
Look, the East Empire Company didn't give me a choice. They've raised their prices again, and there's nothing I can do about it.
After all these years, they're gouging us for every last drake we have. Let me talk to Laeral. I'll see what we can do.
All right, then. Don't worry about rushing. Just pay me when you can. Need something? I've been sailing the Northern Maiden across the Sea of Ghosts for nearly 20 years now. Might be time to find a new home port, though, the way things are going around here. May the wind be at your back, friend.
You there. You don't seem to be in quite the same state as the others here. Very interesting. May I ask what it is you're doing
That
here?
they have forgotten.
Mirak. It sounds familiar, and yet I can't quite place... Oh, wait, I recall. But that makes very little sense. Mirak's been dead for thousands of years.
That we might remember.
I'm not sure. But it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps it has some relation to what's going on here. Quite unexpected.
What by day
I'm afraid I
was
can't give you
stolen.
any answers, but there are ruins of an ancient temple of Mirax toward the center of the island. If I were you, I'd look
Far
there.
from ourselves.
Building something, clearly. And yet they don't seem to have much to say about it. I'm very interested to find out what happens when they finish.
Our eyes once were blinded.
Certainly not. Doing so would interfere with whatever is going on, and I would be unable to see how this all turns out.
All hands once were ordered.
It's the homeland of the Dunmer. The lesser races call us Dark Elves. We built great works
When the
there,
world
like
shall listen.
Vivek and Aldrun. Many of them are destroyed now, either by Red Mountain or the Argonian invasion.
And when the world remembers.
You are too young to remember the Nerevarine. He defeated
That world
Degahur
will
and
cease
saved us
to
all
be.
from the Blight.
Here in
When the city of Vivek was destroyed, it took decades for us to rebuild.
That
We are
they
still but a
have
shadow of our
forgotten.
glorious past. But someday we will rise again.
Here do we toil.
Red Mountain dominates the island. Every now and
That we
then,
might
ash and
remember.
debris from an eruption land on our shores.
By night we reclaim.
There is the big island of Ardenfell and the coastal
what
mainland.
by day was
House
stolen.
Telvanni has its properties on Vardenfell. I've never
Far
been to
from
the mainland
ourselves.
myself. It is the only place where silt striders can be found. Although I managed to transplant a few here
Our
when I
eyes
arrived.
once were blinded.
The ignorant think it is
Now
only a
through him
place
do
of
we
ash
see.
and lava. It has rolling green plains and swamps and verdant hills too.
Now
Are we done? I thought so.
And when the world shall listen.
And when the
And
world
when the world remembers, that world will cease to be.
Here in his shrine.
that they have forgotten.
Here do we toil, that we might remember.
Here we reclaim. What faithless mind stolen.
Far from ourselves.
He grows ever near to us.
him do we see.
Our hands once were idle. Now through them does he speak. And when the world shall listen, and when the world shall see, and when the world remembers,
That world will cease to be. Here in his temple.
that they have forgotten. Here do we toil,